So here script and we'll take, okay, let's take a name. Okay, let's do this example. Now, going forward, when we talk about forms or DOM structure, I can even make this as dynamic. We'll see when how can we make this dynamic, okay? And we'll then just say stay put. Now here I use a switch. I'm not using that example. I just got something to do here. So name. So what I do is like based on the names, change. So I'll say case Sagar here. Okay, the name is tutor. Oh, sorry, Sagar. Then I want to write this document.write. Let's say H. I'll use H4. H4. I am the tutor. I build websites and allow teaching. PHP. I'll say this. Then I'll say break. Now case, I'll say Arun. Document.write. I'll use H5. I'm very much interested in building websites. So like such, I can check the values here. So here the only problem here is like I have to know about the cases before. This is not like kind of dynamic over here, right? Am I right? So this is not dynamic. Even if it's like the search engine example is pretty good example. Like, we already know the numbers can be from 1 to 1000 and I have an algorithm fixed over there. I can do that. This is kind of again a practical example where I'll based upon the names or based upon the roles, let's say, roles. For instance, there's an admin. Okay, if you are an admin, this URL. If you are a if you are just a tutor, load this URL. If you're just a student, then load this URLs on those lines. Again, that can be made dynamic without our switch case. So switch case is an alternative to our if else ladder. So that's the only reason where we use switch case. Designer, and I like to learn PHP. So then we have our Priyanka. Document.write and this lady, say again H5. I am helping out by getting you guys the videos. Okay, just break everything here, and break is not vandalizing over there. It's just break and default document dot write. Hey, you are not a student. You are not a member of Tutoslive.com. href equal to and I'll put a name of it itself. I say document or write. Oh, I have to put inside here. Or yeah, this is okay. Let's see. I'll say JS switch example. So yeah, this is our switch. Well, the complexity of the code is less in switch case. Like in if else, the complexity is more. You gotta evaluate conditions everywhere. The other thing is like I cannot give conditions in switch. Again, if I give conditions, the value will always be true or false. So I can only write two values over there. So in if else I can evaluate, but in here in switch case it's the value. So that's one difference over there. I can only evaluate the value. Like if the value is met, instead of if conditions, if the condition is met, whereas in switch the value is met. Okay, if the value is equivalent to this value 1, then execute do this action. Okay, so you come here on the tutor, I build website, hello teaching PHP. Now I'll change the name. I'll change the name to Priyanka, let's say. Says I'm helping out by getting you guys the videos. I'll give a different name, say Sam, let's say. Say, hey, you're not a member of Tutoslive, register here, something like that, a message over there. So it's all about, the switch is all value based, whereas if is condition based, it's all about condition. Even I can give values, like if I have to give a value, so I'll just write the equivalent if conditions. Okay, it will be something like this: if whatever the value double equal to value 1, do this action. I'm not writing the braces over here. Do this action. Else, if value double equal to value 2, do this action. Else, if value double equal to value 3, do this action. Else, if nothing is true, I'll say if all fail to match, this is executed. Now see, the complexity over here is, since it's only value, I have to evaluate the value every time. But in switch case, I don't have to check for the condition over there. All I have to do is like, okay, if this value is matched, execute this. This is the equivalent if else condition for the switch, which is written above. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Oh, Taufik is gone. Maybe his internet connection may be a little wobbly. Great. So in that case, we'll see you on Monday.